I'm excited to share with you all an opportunity known as NovaTech and just what it can do possibly for you. As we make the recommendation, as I go through this information, I found that my camera image will block some of the information on the screen, so I'm going to remove that at this time so that you don't miss out on anything important before we continue with the presentation. So as you can see, NovaTech, passive profits made easy. For our part, we found that to be true. It takes very minimal time and effort to manage what is offered. So before we get into the opportunity that is NovaTech, we want to make some disclaimers to help people understand that whenever you invest in any sort of system, and especially this sort of system that is actually trading for you, which though we found it to be lucrative, you must only invest what I like to call risk capital, meaning money that you can truly afford to lose. And that's not just a nice thought or theory. Truly, you need to view it that if you were to invest money in a platform, if it were to go to zero within 5 minutes after you invest it, could you endure the loss of that? Though I know it would be disappointing if that were to happen. If the answer is no, it's not something you could possibly endure, you likely invested money that you could not afford to lose, and that leads to bad decisions. So please only invest what I like to call risk capital. Another thing to understand is that even though we present all the due diligence and what we've done when it comes to researching companies and opportunities like this, you must do your own due diligence. You must, because ultimately, no matter what anyone recommends, the consequences of the decision you make with an investment, be it good or bad, fully rest with you. So please do your own due diligence when it comes to this. And in fact, since we're promoting it, if you find something wrong with it, please let us know. It would be a service to us as well. A couple of other disclaimers are that all users must be 18 years of age or older. And in the United States, at least, there are 5 states that the services are not available for in NovaTech. That's Texas, South Carolina, Montana, Hawaii, and Alaska. So let's talk about the founders for just a moment. All their bios are available on their website. But what was key to me is that these individuals are as out can be. They are publicly known and they are not hiding. And so it is also what was comforting to me to learn the structure of it is that it is a family-owned and operated business. You'll see that Cynthia Petion, the chief executive officer, is the wife. You'll see that Eddie Petion, the chief operations officer, that is her husband, and Ricardo Roy is the chief technology officer. We found that Cynthia Petion has a lot of experience when it comes to marketing and leading a business. And Eddie Petion has a lot of experience with running a business, especially, of course, as he's done with NovaTech. And then Ricardo Roy actually has the ability to run the technology and has good understanding of trading. The intent that these people were able to put forward and the things they've been able to accomplish have just been beautiful. I've really enjoyed interacting with these individuals and getting to know them to any degree, but please do your own due diligence. Again, you can come to know them yourself, and we always encourage anyone to do so. Now, NovaTech, the chief thing to understand is that they engage in cryptocurrency and Forex trading. They also have experience in blockchain technology, things like cryptocurrency mining, professional networking, team building, all these sorts of things. But what to understand is what they state themselves is what they do. It was established in June 2019, which is relatively new, but yet this service being offered has been established for over 3 years. What was key to me is that they were 100% paid out. Everyone has been happy with them, been no slowdowns, no complaints along that way. And that's difficult for someone to maintain for 3 years if it were not true. So I've enjoyed that. But they're a registered crypto hedge fund trader and a MetaTrader broker, which means you can actually engage in manual trading through them. What's unique about NovaTech is we found when it comes to both trading Forex and cryptocurrency, which we'll get into detail in a minute, they actually are their own Forex brokerage and their own cryptocurrency exchange. So they don't have to go through anyone to be able to accomplish this, which is very difficult to set up and do, and one wouldn't do just without reason. Now, as you look at the second bullet point, it says they offer PAM or MT5 accounts. MT5 accounts, as was alluded to at the top, is really manual trading. Now, while one could do that, I would say more than 98% of the people watching this are going to be more interested in what's known as the PAM accounts, which we'll get into detail more on later. But that is the passive profit pool investing platform that you can get into. They also offer easy payment through cryptocurrency. One would fund NovaTech through cryptocurrency and receive their payouts in cryptocurrency. But it's important to note that while your funds are with them, they are sitting in US dollars, not fluctuating according to any cryptocurrency. So there's not a concern with that. They also have no deposit fees, so it truly doesn't cost anything to be able to get started with NovaTech. We'll discuss more about that later as well. They have an optional affiliate program, so one could tell and share with people if they'd like to, but it is not required. And they have 24/7 customer service, which I personally found to be quite responsive. Now, the principal thing that they do is cryptocurrency and Forex trading. So crypto trading is trading one currency for another. You're trading US dollars, say, for something like Bitcoin, or altcoins are the types of cryptocurrencies that everything else is described as. And while the world is deciding whether it will truly let digital currency be just that, some view it as just a digital asset. Hopefully you get in, the price goes up, and you can make a profit. But when you're skilled, you can actually make money, believe it or not, when cryptocurrency goes down. So they're able to trade cryptocurrency. The other thing that we're alluding to, Forex, what is that? That is a decentralized market for trading what's known as fiat currencies or hard cash. So for example, the US dollar versus the Great British Pound, or the euro versus the yen, these types of things. In fact, if you went to a foreign country and you traded your currency for the currency of that country, you went on vacation, enjoyed it, and when you came back, you traded that currency back. If that currency's value went up from the time you traded it initially against the US dollar, well, then actually you'll end up with more US dollars worth of currency than you had to begin with, as far as that balance that's left that you did not spend. So unwittingly, you will have engaged in a cryptocurrency trade right then, foreign currency trade rather. So what's cool about that is that that has been around since about World War I. Unlike cryptocurrency, which has been around maybe 13 years or so, the Forex trade has been around, again, for such a long time, decades and decades. Also interesting is the timing of these things. The Forex market can be traded 24 hours a day, but only 5 days a week, from Sunday evening through Friday evening. And then the bulk of Saturday and Sunday, it's closed. Whereas with cryptocurrency, that is available to be traded 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, truly 365 days a year. So they do, again, engage in live market trading, and one could even do so through them if they chose to do it. But again, better, we found, to be hands-off and let them do the work for us. So we're going to talk about the trading program, PAM accounts. It is something widely that is described in managed fund type of accounts, and it's known as a percentage allocation management module. Simply put, it means it's a pooled fund where when we make a deposit, it equals a certain amount of percentage that we are entitled to the profits from that large pool that they're using to now trade. And when we make a withdrawal, that reduces the overall percentage of share that we should have out of the pool because we've taken some profits, whereas maybe others have left their money in. So that's how a PAM account works in essence, and it's a pooled fund to be traded. So this describes more in detail, this page, exactly what I had already stated. And the profits and losses, though, are shared amongst that pool. That is one thing we want to make mention of as well. So is it possible to lose? Yes, that's why we're going to discuss more what has been the track record of NovaTech. So there's no experience needed, and it's important to notice that at least with the PAM accounts that it is fully automated. And what's key to me is that one can either upgrade their account with no restrictions or can even cancel at any time. And they have claimed from the beginning that one is able to access their funds anytime from day one when they start. Now, a person could engage in live trading. You can start up a demo account to begin trading with them if you so choose. But again, we recommend the PAM accounts that we're going to discuss. As you look at those, however, the accounts, to see what it is, you can track the trading performance as that's posted weekly right into one's back office. You can see how NovaTech is done. In fact, on this slide, you will see this is up to date as of the past week's worth of trading. As you can see that it had closed out on July 15th, you can see the weekly amount of trade earnings that one was able to receive. The monthly performance is able to be summarized on the right side. But if you look, you can see how there's sort of a rubber banding on the left side of the earnings as the market makes its fluctuations. And this is normal. In fact, one of the lowest weeks that it ever had posted in returns was, you might note, that week of May 13th, it made 0.65%. But guys, that's 0.65% that week. Most banks are returning us 0.05% per year. And so that's about 13 times the amount of money in the lowest week it ever returned. Has it ever returned to zero? Actually, no. And it's never certainly returned a loss. So over the past 3 years that they've been offering this, NovaTech has never returned a loss. But notice the disclaimer at the bottom. Is past performance indicative of future results? Certainly not. But in the world of trading, rather than dealing in possibilities, could this all crash, I believe it's more important to deal in probabilities, what's likely to happen or what has already happened. And as we look at the track record of NovaTech in the 3 years that they've been doing this, they have never missed paying anyone and have always consistently returned a profit. So we take that as what it is. That is what has happened, and hopefully we expect to continue nicely in the future. As you can see in more recent weeks, it also returned a 4% return, and the last few weeks it's returned over 3%. As I averaged things out over the past 3 years and took a look at what the expected return could be, I found it to be approximately 3.2% per week on average. But to be modest and making calculations, I suggest one estimates possibly 3% per week as their average. But again, this is an average of what has happened in the past. This is not any average or any promise of future earnings. Personally, I found it to be a comfort that NovaTech offers no promises about future earnings, because when one is truly engaged in trading, it is impossible to dictate what the market will do and the earnings that one will make. In fact, I say if you see someone making a promised return that claims to be trading in a live market, I don't trust them, because how could you possibly guarantee what the market will do and what your performance will be in that market? So why is NovaTech different? There's a few key ways. So not only is there no expiration dates or some sort of contracts, the second item to me is so key. From day one, NovaTech has boasted that you have full access to your capital right from the beginning. Now, it's important to note that if one invests money with NovaTech and they make a withdrawal of the initial funds they invested within the first 90 days, they will be subject to a 15% early withdrawal fee. But there's a reason for that. Because as you'll see when we get into the building platform, people have been bonused on the fact that one has put those earnings in. Plus, in 90 days, the account hasn't been in very long to grow. So for my part, I don't mind that at all. I find that refreshing, because if you put in money in the first 90 days and take it back out, then you probably did something that you shouldn't have, and you should have thought it through more carefully about what funds you're investing. But with NovaTech, there are also no earnings caps. One can continue to compound their earnings on a weekly basis. Also, there's no withdrawal limits. When one makes these earnings, they can withdraw whatever the proceeds they've earned. Plus, they do have access, though it takes a slightly longer period of time to get that initial investment capital back. You do have access to it from day one. These are the trading packages you can see within NovaTech. And it really doesn't matter which bracket one is in, but you'll see that gradually they climb up. As one reaches these higher brackets, they simply will earn more and possibly make more in bonuses. But the more that is being actively traded for them, the more return they're going to have. Now, you'll notice that the minimum one could have to start a builder package is $99. But you'll notice that through all these packages, all NovaTech charges for access to their platform is a $25 monthly fee. And what's so amazing is that they do not charge that up front. You can put your money in. If you were to put $300, let's say, in the platform, $300 will now go into your trading account and begin being traded for you. The $25 simply comes from your proceeds after the first month has been traded for you. So truly, the cost barrier to enter NovaTech is nothing. That's amazing to me. And we'll get into the detail of why they are willing to do this. So that being said, would I ever recommend someone put in $100? No. The minimum I would recommend, absolute bare minimum, could be $250 to $300, because then what the earnings are based on that, the average of 3% return per week, would be just enough to cover the $25 fee. So even if one does that, then they're really just looking to see what percentages it can make before deciding to invest more. But don't go for a $99 investment unless you're intending to put some more in within, say, a month. Otherwise, you can see what $25 would look like to a $100 account. It would make it implode rather quickly. But as one moves up in these ranks, they earn more. Their builder is the basic package, then bronze, silver, gold, all the way to platinum. But beyond the platinum level, when one goes beyond $25,000, they get what's called the VIP membership. And the VIP is, again, from $25,000 all the way up to $99,999. Now, something interesting you pick up is you get a 1% cashback reward towards the ROI. Whatever you've earned within NovaTech, the return on your investment with the trading, you'll get 1% additional cash back towards that. But that monthly $25 service fee, once you hit the VIP membership, goes away. So it's important to also note that all cashback bonuses that they pay you are paid in a cryptocurrency equivalent. And again, when you make your earnings back, simply put, whenever you want to fund NovaTech, you would buy an appropriate cryptocurrency, send it off to them. When you get your funds back, you'll get the appropriate cryptocurrency of your selection that you could then trade back to US dollars. So it doesn't result in something scary or some risk. And we're available to walk anyone through that. I've done it many times without complication. But then when one goes beyond the $99,999, they go to $100,000, and plus now they have a 2.5% cashback reward toward their return on investment. They even get a $1,000 gift bonus, and again, still the same no monthly fees. And anyone that is $100,000 plus in their account being traded for them is what's known as the President's Club membership. Now, one doesn't have to be in any of these particular levels to be able to participate in the building platform, which we'll get into later, but it's important to know that one can just naturally let it grow, take out profits when they like, and let these things do what they do. The support from NovaTech I found to be very good. You're able to submit tickets, they get back with you, but by all means, please use the platform, the portal they have to fully educate yourself. There's a great frequently asked questions section. You can see various discussions and solutions that are presented there. Do that first before asking NovaTech questions that you may not need to. But most importantly, your biggest resource likely should be the person that referred you to NovaTech to begin with. So if you're coming to us for the first time, that would be us. We're here to support you and answer so many of your questions. But NovaTech is there as well with the full support team. Now, that was what we would like to describe as the investment opportunity, the fact that one could put money with them and they will actively trade it. And what we found, again, is over the past few years, it's been an average of about 3% return per week. But now, what if one says, okay, that is wonderful. How about if this is so good, though, and I discover I like it, I want to share it with others. Now we're going to briefly get into the business opportunity side of things with NovaTech. Their compensation plan is a hybrid compensation plan. And what I found is some are concerned whenever a company has any sort of network marketing, multi-level marketing component, whatever you like, that can be a concern for some, and rightly so. What I found with many of them is that the multi-level marketing or networking aspect is so critical to the business that perhaps that business even needs that network marketing and needs recruitment to be able to survive. With NovaTech, what's been so refreshing is that is not the case at all. One can participate in the trading platform, have the money traded for them, make profits, and never tell anyone, and that is just fine. In fact, upwards of 60% of the people in NovaTech don't build and don't share it with anyone. But many of them, once they've begun, say, well, this is so good, I want to share it with some people. So that's what makes this unique. The network marketing, MLM, whatever component doesn't bother me one bit. I actually enjoy when people are willing to share the profits with others rather than keeping it all to themselves as a business. But again, what's critical to understand with NovaTech is they don't need recruitment in order to survive. They don't need more to buy into them in order to make the trade earnings that they're making. So when we compare different multi-level marketing compensation plans, what's unique about NovaTech is that it's not a unilevel and it's not a binary. For those that understand network marketing, they'll understand what these things mean. But it actually takes some of the best items of both worlds and makes it so that you can build how you want. And there's even something called a leverage holding tank that they have available that is truly unique, I've found, to NovaTech. So if you decide to sign on with them and share with others, you can learn about that at that time. But very powerful, tremendous amount of flexibility about how you build versus those other two types of structures where in unilevel, you can build as wide as you want, but now you find yourself supporting a front line of so many people and with no real depth in your organization. Whereas with the binary, you can only build too wide and everything has to come through them. Again, a lot of control is stripped away. With NovaTech, you have a lot of good from both worlds. And it's the most flexible, but to me, honestly, also the most refreshingly simple network marketing structure that I've ever seen in compensation plan. There's about 7 ways to get paid, but it's important to know that the first 5 really come from the trade earnings and as you build your team. The last 2 are from if one decides to build to the point where they achieve certain ranks, they can make even more, but none of that is necessary to earn in the first 5 ways. So the direct referral bonus we want to speak about. Now, you notice at the top there's something you didn't see before called an affiliate package. What was interesting with that is that they have that there for compliance sake only. It was let them know by the regulators that you cannot force people to participate in the benefits of the trading platform in order to be able to share it with others. So that's why they have this available. In other words, one could simply pay the $49.95 upfront fee, and then there's a very small, something like $3 monthly fee, to where now you can share the opportunity with others and make some compensation from sharing it, but you make no trading benefits. It's important to know that no one in our downline organization or that I've ever heard of yet has taken advantage of that, because really, to me, that's strictly there for compliance if one should need it. If one is a builder or in participating in any of the trading platforms, you automatically also have the ability to be an affiliate and to make money and make income as people buy in. So you can see if you refer someone there as a builder and they come in anywhere from $99 to $499, you make a $10 bonus. If they were to come in as a bronze person between $500 and $2,499, you would make a $50 bonus. But as people grow in the organization and their platform, the amount of money, their pooled funds that they're trading with grows, you don't miss any of those bonuses. As they hit each following bracket, you're going to make the upgrade and the difference that you would have made as if they started with that level of money to begin with. So no bonuses are ever lost to you. People can truly start with what they're comfortable with testing with and let it grow, and no one loses anything. So it's very refreshing in that way. Then you have what's called an indirect referral bonus, because on the prior page, these are if people brought in that amount of money, you would make a decent bonus on that. But if people that are already in your downline organization refer people, so in other words, you've referred someone in and now they refer someone in, you actually make a small portion of what they would earn in that referral bonus goes right up to you. And you earn 7 levels deep on those direct referral bonuses. But to me, indirect referral bonuses rather. But to me, the direct referral bonuses that we saw on that previous page are more of consequence, and they happen as one grows. But there's also, with those direct referral bonuses, there is something known as a fast track bonus, whereby if you refer a certain amount of people, you can make a $100 bonus. If you refer a few more within the first 45 days, this all has to take place, you can earn the additional $500. You can earn both, getting about $600 in bonuses. It's there if one should desire it, but those bonuses, they come and they go, and then you move on. This is what I found the most interesting out of all the downline building, all the organizations, what's called a check matching bonus. And this is earned for one's lifetime that they're in NovaTech. Meaning, if you refer someone into NovaTech and they're now your level 1, you will make 5% of the return on their investment of the train earnings. Whatever they earn on their trades, you make 5% of that on your level 1. If they in turn refer people that are then on their level 1, well, that looks to you like level 2, and you would make 2% of what those individuals earn. So as you can imagine, if you're able to go in and compound your earnings on a weekly basis, your earnings will grow. But as your downline organization does the very same thing, the check matching bonuses you will receive from them will also grow on an exponential basis. Truly powerful when one wraps their head around this check matching bonus and what that can do for you. What's interesting is that, again, all 9 levels are available to you, whether you have achieved any certain rank or not. If you come in as a customer and you have only, say, $500 in your own trading account and you build out 9 levels deep, more power to you if you're able to do so. You will earn check matching bonuses all deep on those levels without hitting any very specific rank. So very powerful, this check matching bonus. But if that weren't enough, they have what's called a residual income. And you'll see the percentages fairly follow what you saw in the previous check matching. What this is simply even as people earn the $25 or pay the $25 fee to access NovaTech, you actually even make a percentage of that. So what's been refreshing to me about NovaTech is both on the check matching bonuses, the referral bonuses, the residual income, all those things come from what the company earns. It does not come from what you earn. And how they can afford to pay these things like the check matching bonus that we'll go back to, and these bonuses here, is when you trade, they trade for you. They make actually 30% of whatever it is you earn, the company does keep. But to me, that is beautiful because they're doing all the work. We just earn money. So all these earnings do not come from anything that we have receiving. We receive that full 3% per average per week. That already includes what they've charged, their 30% that they keep for their performance and what they do. So again, that's already been included before those percentages were disclosed, so you never see it. All these extra earnings come from them as a company. So I would say better than half of that 30%, perhaps even up to 20% of what they keep in performance fees to do what they do for us is paid right back out into the field, right back to you. So it's a beautiful thing. Then there are additional awards that one can receive for hitting certain ranks. There's bonuses in the form of cash, which is paid out immediately. It says, why wait for something to come in the mail? You can use the cash right away. You can compound it in for further earnings and what you'd like to do. You can see now these are some of the bonuses. If you look on the right, as you hit certain ranks, if one becomes a platinum associate, meaning their organization, even though there's some details to that, as far as how it's distributed. If the organization has about 25,000 in group volume, you become a platinum associate and you earn $100. Then as one moves up in rank, you can see junior executive earns $500, an executive $1,000, all the way up to the directors and ambassadors, where you can see those get paid in installments, but they make 10, 25, 50,000, even up to $100,000 in bonus for achieving these ranks, all there for someone if they choose to rank up in the company. Now, as one hits certain ranks, and we'll go back to the last slide, or you can see it here. You can see if one is a senior executive, you actually enter into this profit sharing pool where every quarter as the company makes profits, that 2% of those profits is entered into a sharing pool to be shared by senior executives. Then as you become any of the director levels, there's junior director, regular director, and then senior director. Anyone in those ranks will receive 3%, a portion, I should say, of a 3% pool that is of the company's quarterly profits. And then the ambassador level, when one reaches that, they're entered into a shareholders pool where 5% of the company's quarterly profits is shared amongst those ambassadors. So tremendous benefits to be had if one decides to rank up in the company. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is NovaTech. And we really and truly appreciate you watching with us. If someone has already referred you, by all means, get back to them. But of course, since you've been enjoying this program with us and we're your introduction to NovaTech, we would love it if you would use our information, sign up with us. We're happy to help you along the journey, give you full support so that none of this would be anything one would have to be afraid of as they embark on this new journey and they work on becoming an investor. Now, one